Your body has been lying to you about something the entire fitness industry refuses to admit out loud. Everyone tells you to pick a side, build muscle or lose fat, never both at once. But what if that rule was broken the moment you stopped believing it applied to you personally? There is a hidden loophole buried inside human biology that most people scroll straight past without noticing. It sounds impossible because we are taught muscle needs extra calories and fat loss needs fewer calories. So how could your body possibly satisfy both demands using the exact same plate of food? The answer lives inside something you already carry with you every single day of your life. Body fat is not just something sitting there making your clothes fit tighter than you want. It is stored energy your body can quietly redirect toward building brand new muscle tissue. Under the right conditions, your body becomes its own construction crew, borrowing fuel from fat to build strength. This is the loophole almost nobody explains properly, and it changes everything you thought you knew. But here is the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say directly to your face right now. Not everyone gets to use this loophole with the same power or the same speed. Some people are sitting on a golden opportunity without even realizing it exists. Others have a tiny window that closes faster than they expected to. If you are brand new to lifting weights, your body is desperate to respond and grow. Almost every workout becomes a new signal your muscles have simply never experienced before. Combine that with extra fats sitting on your body ready to be used as fuel. That combination creates one of the fastest transformation windows a human body can experience. Then there's a second group, people who trained hard once and stopped completely for a while. Muscle carries something scientists call memory, a shortcut that makes regaining strength dramatically easier than starting over. Rebuilding lost muscle happens far faster than building brand new muscle from absolute zero. The third group includes people carrying higher body fat than they would like to admit. More stored fat means more available fuel your body can convert into new muscle. The more energy sitting in reserve, the smoother this entire process becomes for you. And finally, there are people who never actually optimize their training or their nutrition properly. For them, even small, consistent improvements can create surprisingly fast and noticeable physical results. But if you are already lean and experienced, do not walk away just yet. This is still possible for you, but the margin for mistakes becomes dangerously small now. Every single decision starts to matter more than it ever mattered before today. And the very first decision that determines everything is how aggressively you cut calories. Most people believe faster weight loss always means faster progress toward their dream body, so they slash calories brutally, cut entire food groups, and add hours of extra cardio. They celebrate every pound lost without realizing they might be sabotaging their own results. Because the faster you force weight down, the harder it becomes to build muscle. Muscle growth is expensive. It demands energy for recovery, repair, and building new fibers. When your calories drop too low, your body shifts into pure survival mode instantly. Training suffers, recovery slows, strength stalls, and your dream results start slipping away quietly. This is exactly why a small calorie deficit works so much better than an extreme one. Instead of chasing 2 or 3 pounds lost every single week, slow down deliberately. The goal is creating just enough of a gap to encourage fat loss steadily, while still giving your body enough resources to build real, lasting muscle simultaneously. Think of it like driving. Slamming the brakes stops everything instantly and violently.
But easing off gently lets you keep moving forward smoothly without losing momentum completely. That gentle approach is what actually protects your muscle while your fat disappears. But calories alone will not save you if you ignore one specific nutrient completely. If calories decide whether fat disappears, protein decides what happens to your muscle. Most people obsess over eating less without ever tracking how much protein they consume. They lose weight successfully, but they also lose muscle they desperately wanted to keep. And remember, this journey was never only about becoming lighter on a scale. It was always about becoming leaner while simultaneously becoming stronger and more muscular overall. Research consistently shows people eating higher protein during a deficit preserve muscle better. Some even manage to build brand new muscle while their body fat keeps dropping. Why does this happen? Because protein supplies the literal building blocks muscles need. Your workouts send the signal to build, but protein delivers the actual bricks. Without enough bricks arriving, construction slows down dramatically or stops happening completely overnight. This is why experts recommend roughly 1 gram of protein per body pound, not because it is magical, but because it maximizes muscle retention and muscle growth. Hitting this protein target, though, is only half of the entire equation here, because even with perfect protein intake, your muscles still need a genuine reason to grow. That reason comes from something people constantly underestimate: the actual quality of their training. If nutrition creates opportunity, training is the spark that actually ignites real change. Many assume fat loss requires endless cardio, more sweating, more burning calories away desperately. But cardio alone never sends your body a clear signal to build new muscle. Your body only builds muscle when something demands it consistently and progressively over time. This is called progressive overload, and it might be the most ignored principle ever. Week after week, you need to get slightly stronger through small, measurable improvements. Maybe 1 extra rep, slightly heavier weight, or noticeably better technique during your workout. These small improvements accumulate into the exact stimulus your muscles desperately need to grow. Each major muscle group should ideally be trained at least twice every single week, not once every 7 days, and never only when motivation randomly decides to show up. Consistency beats intensity every single time. No exceptions, no shortcuts, no magical workout program. But eventually, even perfect consistency hits a frustrating wall nobody warns you about. Progress slows, strength plateaus, and your body seems to stop responding entirely overnight. This usually happens because your body has become too comfortable with your routine. One of the fastest ways to destroy progress is repeating identical workouts for months straight. At first, almost any program works because your body faces brand new challenges constantly. But eventually, your body adapts, movements become efficient, and growth stimulus quietly disappears completely. Think about learning a new language. Early lessons feel intense, then progress slows dramatically. The exact same pattern happens inside the gym once your body fully adapts. This is why introducing something new can reignite progress almost immediately and powerfully. A novel stimulus simply means challenging your muscles slightly differently than they expect right now. Maybe you switch training splits, change frequency, or swap a few key exercises. The goal is never random variety. The goal is strategic, intentional change for real growth. Just enough disruption to force your muscles into adapting and growing all over again. But even perfect training and perfect protein cannot fix one commonly overlooked mistake. Surprisingly, this mistake has nothing to do with what you actually eat daily.
It has everything to do with exactly when you choose to eat it. Most people obsess over total protein while completely ignoring how they space it out. Imagine watering a plant once with an enormous amount, then ignoring it completely. Or instead giving smaller, consistent amounts throughout the day for steady absorption. Your muscles behave in a remarkably similar way to that exact same plant. Every protein-rich meal triggers something called muscle protein synthesis inside your body. This process repairs and builds muscle tissue, but it does not stay elevated forever. It rises, peaks, then slowly returns back toward its original baseline level again. This is why eating all your protein in one giant meal often backfires. Instead, spread your daily protein across 3 to 5 meals throughout the day. This gives your muscles multiple opportunities to trigger growth and recovery repeatedly. You are essentially sending your body a constant message: keep building, keep repairing constantly. This might sound like a small detail, hardly worth mentioning or paying attention to, but small details compound dramatically over months of consistent, disciplined training and eating. If you truly want maximum results, one final optimization layer deserves your full attention. It focuses not just on protein amount or frequency, but precise workout timing.
This is where nutrient timing quietly enters the entire body recomposition conversation completely. Before panicking, this does not mean obsessively checking a stopwatch around every single meal. Fundamentals always matter more, but once those fundamentals exist, timing adds a real edge. Here is why timing matters more than most people ever realize consciously. While in a deficit, your body already operates with noticeably less available energy reserves. Intense training adds additional stress, triggering a hormone called cortisol throughout your system. Short-term cortisol is completely normal. It is simply part of natural training adaptation. But poor recovery combined with inadequate nutrition makes muscle recovery significantly harder than necessary. This is where strategically placing protein and carbohydrates around workouts genuinely helps enormously. A meal before training fuels better performance. A meal after supports faster recovery. Think of arriving at a construction site with absolutely no tools or materials ready. Progress slows dramatically, but preparation beforehand makes everything run remarkably smoother and faster. Your muscles function using that exact identical principle every single day without exception. But even with perfect timing, one important question still remains completely unanswered right now. How do you actually know body recomposition is genuinely working inside your body? Because relying only on the scale might cause you to miss real progress. One of the biggest mistakes people make is obsessing entirely over daily scale numbers. Every morning they step on it, and if nothing moves, they assume total failure. But body recomposition often does not show up clearly on any traditional scale whatsoever. Some of the best transformations happen while total body weight barely changes at all. Think about what is actually happening beneath the surface of your changing body. Fat mass decreases while muscle mass simultaneously increases, one falling while another quietly rises. As a result, the scale may barely move despite massive internal physical changes happening. This is exactly why so many people quit far too early in frustration. They mistake stagnant scale numbers for a complete lack of real progress happening. Meanwhile, their entire body is transforming quietly right in front of their own eyes. So what should you track instead of obsessing over one single misleading number? Start with your waist measurement. A shrinking waist strongly suggests real fat loss. Next, monitor your strength. Getting stronger while maintaining weight is an extremely positive sign.
Take progress photos regularly, because mirrors reveal changes numbers completely fail to capture. Finally, notice how your clothes fit, another powerful indicator numbers simply cannot show. These signals prove your body composition is genuinely improving in meaningful, measurable ways. Because the real goal was never simply weighing less on a bathroom scale. The real goal was looking better, performing better, and feeling genuinely stronger overall. If you notice these changes happening, your body is doing something most people doubt. By now, you might be wondering something incredibly important about this entire process. If body recomposition works this well, why does not everyone pursue it aggressively? The answer is simple. It is not always the fastest possible option available. For the right person, though, it absolutely becomes a genuine transformation shortcut worth taking. A beginner builds muscle quickly while losing fat simultaneously without much extra effort required. Someone returning after time off regains muscle impressively fast using stored muscle memory. People carrying higher body fat often have abundant stored energy fueling this entire process. But as you become leaner and increasingly experienced, everything gradually starts changing dramatically. Muscle growth naturally slows, your body becomes less responsive, and available fuel decreases significantly. This means body recomposition becomes progressively harder the further along your journey continues. Eventually, many advanced lifters reach a point where combining both goals becomes inefficient. At that stage, focusing on one specific goal often produces noticeably better overall results. Maybe that means a dedicated muscle building phase or a focused pure fat loss phase. Either approach is wrong. They are simply tools used at different personal stages. The key is honestly understanding exactly where you currently stand right now today. Because the best strategy is never whatever worked perfectly for someone else entirely.
It is whatever matches your body, your experience level, and your current specific goal. And that brings us directly to the single most important lesson worth remembering forever. After everything covered, what is the biggest actual lesson hiding inside all this? It is not that body recomposition is some secret, exclusive hack few know. It is not that some magical, perfect workout program exists somewhere waiting undiscovered. And it is definitely not that flawless genetics are required to succeed here. The real lesson is your body handles far more than most people ever believe. For years, the fitness industry insisted you must choose, build muscle or lose fat, bulk or cut, one single goal chosen exclusively over the other completely forever. But as you just witnessed, that harsh choice is not always genuinely necessary anymore. A slight calorie deficit, high protein intake, smart training, and consistent patient effort matter most. These simple combined principles create results that seem almost impossible looking purely from outside. But here is what I truly want you to remember above absolutely everything else discussed. Do not become obsessed chasing some perfect, elusive strategy hiding just around the corner. The people achieving the best transformations are not endlessly searching for new secret tricks. They're the ones consistently applying fundamentals week after week, month after month, relentlessly. Because body recomposition was never about winning some flashy 30-day quick challenge. It's about gradually transforming how your body looks and performs over real time. So if you are a beginner, someone returning, or carrying extra stored body fat, or simply someone who never fully optimized their training and nutrition properly before, this might be the exact perfect opportunity to finally use this powerful loophole yourself. And if you stay patient and consistent long enough, without quitting or losing focus, you may discover the transformation you have been chasing is closer than you imagined.